Welcome back to Xplosion. This is Around the Ring. It's my favorite segment of any show that we do because we talk about wrestling and only wrestling and everyone's wrestling origin story. Tell me everything you know about wrestling. Go. I'm just kidding. This show, it's called Around the Ring. I'll give you a little backstory because we started doing this and we were around the ring.
Okay.
And then we moved it because we were tired of being around the ring. And then we walked around and then now we're outside and Toronto's behind us. So we stuck with the name Around the Ring. I'm Josh Mathews. She, of course, is The Smoke Show. Scarlett Bordeaux, but you already knew that. You're new to Impact. It's your first time on this show. Where are you from?
Born and raised in Chicago. I lived in Romania for a few years when I was a kid. My parents are both from there. I'm first generation.
That's amazing. Do you speak Romanian?
Romanian was my first language. English is my second language.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing. See, you learned something right off the bat with Scarlett. In the suburbs of Chicago or like in the city proper?
Grew up, born in the city, and then raised in the suburbs for the most part.
Okay, and you still live there?
Yes.
You like Chicago?
I do, but I miss Vegas. I lived in Vegas for a year. That was really fun.
I would have a hard time living in Las Vegas. I'd either be super rich or really poor.
If you're not easily influenced, it's a good place to be.
Okay. Where did you live in Vegas? In the, like by the Strip?
15 minutes from the Strip.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Las Vegas. It's fun. It's hot though.
Yeah.
2 years you lived there?
Just for 1 year. They weren't flexible with my job there with wrestling, so I left there so I could have more flexibility with wrestling, and back in Chicago now.
And here you are, in Impact. As we, now there's gonna be somebody pushing okay, they stopped, but there's a giant cart behind us
They're
right
watching now.
Now they're intrigued by the show, and I hope they don't wheel it all the way because it's gonna be so loud as this airplane. Why did you choose this location, Kenny, for this to be the show?
I know, it's so bright.
It's so bright.
It's your fault.
Kenny, our producer, it's his fault that this is happening right now.
He's the one that keeps putting the Moet in my smoke shows.
Moet?
Moet champagne. It's for side chicks.
That's for side chick. What's a side chick?
You have to ask a side chick. So let me tell you about side chick. So there's like the main chick, and then there's the side chick. The side chick gets the cheap stuff. The main chick, she gets treated like the wife. So you don't want to be the side chick.
So is there the wife, the main chick, and then the side chick?
There can be more than one side chick.
Really?
Yeah. So Moet is side chick champagne.
Side chick champagne. Kenny, you see that? I don't know anything about a side chick or any of those things.
He's insulting me.
Kenny? He really is. I don't know what his problem is. I really, really don't know. I don't know if he'll ever know what his problem is. Where do you like to travel the most?
My favorite place in the world is probably Thailand.
Thailand?
Thailand and Peru I want to go back to. I like more of the adventure-y type countries.
How much time did you spend in Thailand?
I've been there 3 times. I've been there 2 to 3 weeks every time.
What's the flight like?
Like 25 hours.
Oh, what's your airline of choice?
I'm actually not as bougie. Well, I guess with champagne I am, but not as bougie when it comes to like travel accommodations. So like
United, Delta, Chicago, we gotta be a little bit United, maybe
just
American.
whatever gets me from A to B, I'm easy.
Okay.
I drove my car, I drove it till it died. I had the same car from when I was 15 to up to this year. It had 300,000 miles on it.
Oh, wow.
I guess I live in extremes, so some ways I'm like super bougie, in other ways
You just go with the flow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Usually like you're one way or you're the other way.
I think I live in extremes my entire life, like
Really?
every aspect.
How did you find yourself in this world of Impact Wrestling?
I was lucky enough to meet Don actually through a friend in Japan. So I met him when I was doing my 3-month tour in Japan for Stardom.
Okay.
And this is probably the first time I feel like I've been able to 100% do my character and be who I am.
Sure.
Just like amp it up to 1,000. So it's.
That's what I always say is the coolest thing about Impact. I mean, I worked for WWE for 15 years and saw everything, but here it's like everyone gets to kind of like contribute to what they want to do and how they want to do it, and that's open to everybody.
I have a voice, even with promos and matches. Everything had input into it. It's been amazing.
Yeah, it's a place that you can really have an outlet, like shows like this where we don't talk about anything.
I've never had this much fun in wrestling.
It's great, right?
Yeah.
Do you have an ultimate goal here, or is it just kind of see what happens?
knockouts champion. 100%.
Really? Okay.
100%.
I didn't know that.
I want everything. I want the world on a string when it comes to wrestling. I want to see everything, do everything.
Tessa's the champion. You think you could beat her? She's mean.
Tessa and I are probably the opposites in so many ways, but I think I'm a lot tougher than she expects me to be, and if it's to my advantage that she'll probably doubt me that I'm not a
serious competitor.
Yeah, I'm not serious competitor to her.
Yeah. What's your favorite movie?
Moulin Rouge.
The movie with the Christina Aguilera and the song?
Yeah, that's musicals. I was a theater major. So,
really?
Yeah.
Where'd you go to school?
Columbia College Chicago, the art school, not the one in New York.
Okay. Moulin Rouge. What's your favorite song from that movie? The main one? Can you sing it?
Your song, I swear to you, if a guy sings your song to me, like I melt. Like I would go on a date with any guy who like in person sings your song from Moulin Rouge to me. Like I'll go on a date with anyone who does that.
Kenny's Googling
in person
right now Moulin Rouge, your song, so he can take you on a date. So we'll see if that happens. Kenny, I like when you sing. But in any event, you guys got to know a little bit more about Scarlett Bordeaux this week on Around the Ring. Our first time. You know how many times Moose has been on the show? Like 14. Eli Drake's been on here like 30 times.
It's my very first time. Next time I'll have new stories. I've got my story with wrestling and how I started. Everything's really interesting. So I'll save it for next time.
That's a good hook for next time when we have Scarlett Bordeaux, and we'll have more of Xplosion right after this.